Yo, so we got Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, the rematch tonight. We're gonna get to that in a second. I just wanted to touch on Kyrie real quick because he done proved, that. Well, I don't know if he really proved nothing, but he definitely won. He definitely won because he knew, just like we all knew, as good as Kevin Durant and James Harden is, without without that third star, without that third wheel, you know what I'm saying? Um, they're not gonna be able to win no championship. We all knew that. We all knew that. We saw that clear as day. And again, they're gonna have issues because again, they don't got no continuity. You know what I'm saying? They haven't played a lot of games together. So either way you look at it, it's gonna be hard for them to get that championship. But in all fairness, like an advantage that they're gonna have is Kyrie is gonna be like crazy well rested, 100% healthy. No wear and tear from the season. Um, he's gonna be back with his homeboys, back with his team, and so those road games, Kyrie is gonna be so clutch and so key in those road games. Whereas we say, for instance, they play Golden State, right, in the championship. Just say Golden State make it to the championship. Steph and those dudes is gonna be wore down from playing a full season. Your average bumps and bruises, wear and tear for the season, right? Plus, Steph just broke the all-time three-point shot mark, right? So, all that stuff, you got to take all that stuff into account. Then, the whole playoff grind, round by round, tough matchups. Steph getting beat up because nobody, you don't want Steph to beat you, so you're going to do, your game plan is going to be whatever you can do to stop him from winning the game. Boom, that's what you're going to do. They're getting Klay Thompson back, but Klay Thompson's coming off a major injury. So he's going to be a spot-up shooter. He's going to do some good things. He's not going to be the defensive player this year that he has been due to the injuries, due to two injuries, basically, a couple years, past years. So you coming in with about I'm going to say 70% Klay Thompson, because they're not going to let him back out there if he can barely move and barely walk and run and all that. But I'm going to say you going out there with a 70, maybe 75% Klay Thompson. So he's going to be able to put some points on the board, 14, 15 points on the board. He's going to provide a spark. He's going to juice up the team. He's going to juice up the building. Kyrie Irving's coming back 100%. Mentally rested, physically rested, physically healthy. So you already know on the road, and he's going to be on the road, he's going to go crazy because he can't play at home. So the only time he can play is on the road. So you're going to catch hell. And the team know they got to get those games on the road. And they're going to play harder at home because they figure If we can get a game or two at home, then you add Kyrie on the road. Listen, man. Listen, that's gonna make them just that much scarier, right? Kyrie knew this. He knew eventually they was gonna come calling because I believe the option was on the table for him to play the away games before. They just wanted him away from the building. Probably, honestly, try to freeze him out so he can grab that vaccination. So he can go get vaccinated. And he didn't. He played the waiting game and he won. He won. I mean, he won in the sense of he was getting paid regardless. He was getting paid anyway. So he won, period. But now he actually get to go play, compete, and help them win a championship.
So he really is a winner. He really is a winner. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, he's a two-time winner. You know what I'm saying? But man, we're gonna move on to this dude, Jake Paul. We're gonna move on to Jake Paul. I mean, is he good for the sport of boxing? Not really, cause he ain't boxing. He's fighting basically paid exhibition fights. He haven't fought nobody worth talking about. He haven't fought nobody upcoming. He haven't fought nobody out of Golden Gloves, out of the Olympics, out of the Olympic trial. So you know what I'm saying? He haven't really boxed no boxers yet. His claim to fame is what he brings as far as eyes. Like, he got a huge following, and he's bringing people. That fight's tonight, man. It's tonight. Appreciate you for stopping through, man. Salute. But yeah, that fight is tonight, man. So we hear about all these things. We hear about all these things saying, oh, he got him and his brother, they paid dudes before the fight not to knock them out. A no knockout clause. But then on the broadcast, it's saying, I'll pay Tyron Woodley an extra $500,000 if he can knock me out. But we already know, or we already heard that you got a no knockout clause. You know what I'm saying? We already heard you got a no knockout clause. so what's really going on? What's really going on? But anyway, so is he good for boxing? Not really, in my estimation. He's good for, as far as he got the lady, I think Serrano. I think that's her name. He lives in Puerto Rico. She's Puerto Rican. She lives in Puerto Rico. They train together and all that. So he's throwing her on the undercards. She's a damn good fighter. She's a legit fighter. And it's kind of helping him gain credibility to be involved in the presence of a real fighter, and she's legit, and she's a champ too. He aggravated me, not aggravated, but he kind of got a little bit too big for his britches. Try to get Clarissa Shields on his undercard, like proposed for her to be on his undercard. She didn't take it too good, and she shouldn't have, because for one, she's a 2-time gold medalist. She's a unified champ, undisputed. I'm gonna say she's probably top 3 best female boxers ever. You know, I'll go her in no order. Her, Christy Martin, and although I like Serrano, I'll do a 5. So those two, Ann Wolf, Layla Ali, and Serrano. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, but her resume is the best, and I will go Clarissa Shields as the best female boxer of all time. I'm gonna give her the best. Just my opinion. But what I'm saying is, like, for him to even propose for her to be on his undercard, like, dude, are you for real? We talking a gold medalist here, two-time. What, 3 division, undisputed, undefeated, like, and like, nah, she should have said whatever she said and probably more. And she should have said it with that attitude that she had, because there's no way anybody would, other than money wise, but fans of the sport is like, we don't get to see the fights we want to see anyway. So never mind money, because boxing is losing the principle. Boxing is losing its principle, and it's losing credibility. To be honest, boxing is losing credibility because it's too much dancing, ducking, dodging. I call it dodgeball. You know, and there's so many excuses for everything. I ain't gonna fight him because he ain't on pay-per-view. I ain't gonna fight him because his pay-per-view numbers ain't as high as mine. What? That don't make no sense. If a guy is ranked number 2 or 3, you're ranked number 1, fight the guy. Because remember back in the day, college football used to be like that. A number 1 and a number 2. And then whoever finished the season number 1 is the national championship. And people was like, yo, that's stupid. Why don't they play for it? So what they ended up having to do was put the top 4 teams and have a playoff system. I don't know if boxing's willing to do that because of the length of time you have to wait, but in order for somebody to claim they're better than somebody else, I mean, if Tank is, doing what he's doing, Devin Haney's doing what he's doing, Kambosos, what's his name, just came back too, Lomachenko, like, them dudes should be fighting each other. It shouldn't be no whoever can beat up Gamboa the worst is the best. No, that's stupid, bro. That's stupid, and people getting tired of it now. I've been tired of it, but like the casual fans and all that, they getting tired of it now. They getting tired of it. Dudes on Instagram taking shots at each other. When all you gotta do, them same 2 dudes, instead of typing about the dude on Instagram or clowning the dude on Instagram or talking about who make more money, send him a contract. Don't send him a DM. Don't add him. Send him a contract, right? And film that. And if he don't send you the contract back with his name on it, then he's basically exposed. You know what I'm saying? But like going back to the Jake Paul thing, he didn't have no, like, I don't feel like he should have even fixed his sent whoever to ask Clarissa Shields to be on his undercard, just for the fact of who they are in the sport and where they are in the sport. She's at the top of her game. He's not even in the game because he haven't fought a boxer yet, and he's not fighting a boxer tonight. for the second time, this guy got a tattoo on his finger because just to get this fight, just to get some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. I mean, Jake Paul do enough talking. He got a big enough following, so let him get in there and get embarrassed by Edgar Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? Let him get his head knocked off, because what he's doing is essentially he's clowning the game, and he's just using it for a money grab. That's basically what he's doing. Him and his brother. Like, how you get a exhibition with Floyd Mayweather, and you know what I'm saying? That's gonna sell because it's Floyd Mayweather, but it's also gonna sell because it's one of the Paul brothers. So my thing is, if you really saying I'm this, I'm that, I'm a boxer, I'm so use that pull and go fight Edgar Berlanga. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go fight somebody like that. I understand Canelo's not gonna take the fight with you. Canelo's not gonna take the fight with you know what I'm saying, with anybody. But you go over there and you challenge a Charlo or something like that. They'll gladly take the B side just to knock you out, because for one, they ain't taking you seriously because you're not serious, and it's gonna be more money probably than they made in their whole career for any fight. But the thing is, it'll also show Jake Paul and whatever his brother Logan Paul. It'll also show them, like, these dudes is not out here playing. These dudes is out here risking their life, trying to climb to the top in a sport that they love, that they've been doing forever. This is not no YouTube event for them. This is not, you know what I'm saying? This is not no exhibition for them, for those type of guys, Charlo and Andrade and those type of dudes. Callum Smith and all those dudes. So essentially, while Jake Paul and them is making a mockery of the game, making big dollars, the mockery is they're not even fighting boxers. You know what I'm saying? They fighting UFC dudes that's washed up. They fighting dudes that's washed up. What was the other guy? Ben Askren, washed up. Tyron Woodley, he's done. He was the champ. He was legit. But now, boxing ain't something you just go and try, bro. Like, I'm gonna jump in there. And he's jumping in there. Basically right out of UFC retirement. He's jumping in there and he's making a good chunk of money because of who he's fighting. Not because of nothing he did. Not because of the press conference, not because of all the trash talking leading up to the fight. You're only getting a dope paycheck because you're fighting one of the Paul brothers. You know what I'm saying? You ain't Conor McGregor. You don't bring that type of crowd. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, a dude like Conor McGregor, he can do that because he's bringing that type of crowd. And then he got into it with Floyd Mayweather. So that's the top of the top. But these dudes is on the bottom. They're not even in the middle. Askren and Tyron Woodley, they're not even in the middle. These dudes is at bottom level at best, bro. They're not even on a level. But you come in there and you fight. I don't know how much Askren made, but I know Tyron Woodley did like a $500,000, and now he's about to do another half. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you didn't even get beat up that bad, because Jake Paul he's not gonna do no work to you. He's not gonna beat you up. He's gonna swing some haymakers, and he gotta look good for YouTube. He gotta look good for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really making no waves in boxing. If Tyron Woodley had any type of skill, there was 2 or 3 times he could have put Jake Paul down, and probably won that fight. I mean, you wasn't gonna win a decision unless you took him out, but because it's his broadcast, it's his show. So, and he don't got a partner with nobody. He's bringing so much to the table. He don't got a partner with nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's paying them out of what he made. You know what I'm saying? He's paying them out of what he made. So, I mean, shout out to Jake Paul. He got it right now. Him and his brother, they doing it. His brother probably will never fight again because he made about 25 or 30 fighting Floyd Mayweather. Floyd made 100. Oh, this is an exhibition. He got 25 million. Nobody on this fight card is making 25 million combined, including his brother, including Jake Paul. Nobody on this card has made 25 million combined since they've been fighting. Tyron, Woodley, and all of them combined. You know what I'm saying? So he made that in one shot. So he's done. He don't got no drive to box because he's not a boxer. Because there's boxers that make that twice a year. Every single fight. 18, 19, 20 million. And they still hungry. But the Paul brother, like Logan Paul, he's not hungry. He was hungry for the money. He got the money. He got to fight a guy 50 pounds, well, maybe 40 at the time, pounds lighter than him for the money. So you know you're not going to get hurt too bad because you're big, you're in shape, you're younger, you're 20 years younger. So you're not going to get hurt too bad for that 30 million. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. So that's that. And he'll probably never fight again, Logan Paul. Unless it's some exhibition or something like that. Because he got his bag. You know? Jake Paul is doing a lot of fronting. And we don't even believe it. Like, he don't even believe it. I mean, he got to know that we know that this is not your thing. This is not your thing. I mean, I don't know if he's trying to get a 20-0 record or something, but I mean, at some point you're gonna fight somebody that knows something about boxing, and they're gonna send you back to YouTube. They're gonna send you back to YouTube, my man. So you know, just choose wisely. Choose wisely. Keep getting paid. You know. But man, that being said, I might even stream that fight tonight. Like, obviously I can't show it on the screen, but you know, I'll be doing some commentary on how bad those dudes look. You know, I'll be doing some commentary on how bad they look. But if you in here, hit the like button, hit the dislike, drop a comment, hit the subscribe, grab your channel membership. You know, we've been doing some dope members only topics, and we're gonna continue to do more. Soon as we get to 50 members, there will be a giveaway, like a big time giveaway, nothing small. You know, nothing small. As soon as we get to 50 members, the 50th membership, we're gonna do a giveaway, man. It's not gonna be like a raffle or waffle, whatever that thing is, that simulated thing. Nah, we're gonna come up with something, and you know, it's probably gonna be like a 42-inch flat screen, you know. So, and we're gonna do gift cards. The gift cards are gonna be 100, 150 good, dope. Gonna be dope gifts, man. Gonna be dope giveaways. But watch the fight tonight. Turn on your post notifications just in case I stream it. Just in case I jump on and do some commentary, man. But yeah, Kyrie winning, Jake Paul winning, Logan Paul winning. Everybody winning but us. We got to start winning too.